Hello and welcome to another Fern Scout video. In this video you're going to see me take these two out to my local dog park, all the associated loading and unloading, harnesses on, harnesses off. You'll see them interacting with some dogs at the dog park, and I have something I want to delve into a little bit deeper towards the end when we're reloading Fern, who is into the car, who's very suspicious of the car. I'll do some explaining of what's going on there because it was a different occurrence than has usually been seen. Anyway, the dogs are very excited. They're jumping around and whining, not really any barking. He's just saw Scout appear on the camera there, so why they haven't appeared in film really yet is I'm ignoring them. They're too excited, so I'm ignoring them. I will go to original audio, let you hear this chaos for a minute, and I will jump in and voice over where it's relevant. So enjoy. Have to bend down and get stuff. Okay, there's a leash. There's a leash. There's stuff. Good times. I'm being licked from behind. Nice. Right, let's go put these over here. Look at that. We've got a reasonably quick. I was trying to say we've got a reasonably quick return to calm from the dogs, but of course, because I tried to say that, the opposite occurred. Well, it is what it is. We did have a reasonably quick reaching of calm. What's in here? Oh, there's a nice pack in the water. Good idea. Hello. Oh, you've got stuck in that. Right, shall we get dressed and stuff? There's a big knot in your leash. Why is there a big knot in your leash? What's going on here? Is that the same for both? No, it's a pretty tight knot. Alright, there's a huge knot in this. I'm going to try and undo that, but I'm going to need two hands for that. So I'm going to turn this off and do that. I'm back in a sec. Okay, I've undone that. Now I'm going to try and get the harnesses on, but I'm going to try and get this filmed. Sorry, my hand's in the way of the camera because I'm putting the phone down. He's going to get in my way, of course he is. While we do this. So, let's put that down there, see if we can get this recorded. Thanks, Scout. Lost weight. There's this doesn't seem to be as snug fitting as I remember. Okay, good. So I just want to talk about how that process went and what's going on and why that's not necessarily how most people do it. So as you saw, I waited for the dogs to make themselves available to me and put in the responsibility for being able to go out on a walk by getting their harnesses on and the leashes clipped on onto the dogs. It's not my problem, and I'm not going to accept responsibility for that. If they want something, which is to go out on a walk, and they do want that, the responsibility for behaving in a manner that is acceptable to me to get what they want is their problem, not mine. So that responsibility is theirs. If they want to run around in circles and clown around and whine and bark and be silly, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to put the harnesses on. But if they're capable of standing still, I mean, I don't mind if they sit, whatever, but they don't, they stand. If they're capable of sitting still or standing still and in a position by the door where I can just readily put their harness on, great, let's do it, and then we can go. If you start jumping around or moving when I'm trying to do it, I will withdraw from putting a harness on, and then nothing further happens. That's the rules. The responsibility is on the dog to show the behaviour that I need to see before the next stage occurs. And you're already watching the next stage, doing the doorway method. An open door is not an excuse to bolt out the door. It just isn't. We're all going for a walk together. This is not Fern Scout going for a walk by themselves, dragging me behind them. And that requires a little bit of teaching. Again, it's self-management, but kind of not, because I'm shutting the door. It's kind of enforced self-management. They can't walk through a door, but at the same time, the door doesn't actually make contact with them. It's a perceived force by them, but it's the same thing. I'm not going to put up with you just bolting through the door because it's open. Tough. We're not going anywhere until you can control yourselves. And if that takes time, that takes time. So now, Fern's traditionally most difficult bit. Not a problem for Scout, she's straight in. I'll go back to original audio for you for this, and you can just follow along this part of the process and the craziness that usually ensues. It's Fern being his unique self. See if he wants to get in of his own accord today. He's currently smelling quite strongly. Now he's looking. He's easily distracted into his own little world. What are you staring at? You're staring at something. And as usual, little help for one. So I'm just going to chuck the leash behind her. He's looking down there. I don't see anything. I don't hear anything. He's concentrating on it. I'm sorry. Leash on your head. He's now looking over there. I don't know what he's doing. On him. We've got some smells, a little bit of interest. And interest in my boots. And of course, she loves to do this. Loves to be in the way. Although, given everything else in the way, he jumps on her. I really don't know that it would truly bother him if she did stay in the way. I think if he really wanted to get in, he would just get in over her. Using his nose. He's licking my seat, or the seat. So he backed off. I might just give Scout a shove because she is right in the way. It is kind of annoying. Can you just go that way a little bit? Thank you. And give your brother some room to get in. Or would you like me to get in? Should we do the process? Hi. Well, let's get under my arm. Crazy dog. Yes, thank you. I don't want you. You out the way. Oh dear, she is a silly girl. Right, let's see if we can get Mister in now. Oh, the guy on a scooter's just gone past. I don't know if that wasn't on film. No, I didn't catch him. I'm distracted by a car going past for a road that doesn't really go anywhere. It's very busy. Well, I dropped the phone. Sorry, Scout. I just elbowed her in the face. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I don't know what he's doing now. Anything but getting in, huh? Here's madam. She can't quite reach me yet. She's now looking my neck. And there goes Scooter Guy again. Motion, hey? Motion gets his attention, alright, doesn't it? Big yawns. Still finds this a stressful idea. I'm getting licked. I'm trying to be neutral. I'm just getting lick attacked again. No, you're not climbing on me, Scout. Something else to distract him. Okay, I can hear a child laughing now. So that's distracted him too. Now the floor is more interesting. Yeah, I'm being licked. That's an interesting position. He wants to, but he doesn't want to. It's kind of like, yeah, can we just do that? Can we just stay here? That works for me. I'm going to use the right leg. You nearly did it. Yeah. She's licking my neck. Oh, he's in. Yay! Hello, Fern. Hello, boy. No, don't go behind me. There we go. I'll go behind you. Oh, you can sit down. That's fine. Yeah, there you go. So I'm going to give him a fuss. Now he's in. I'm going to give him a nice little fuss. He's in the car. Sorry, it's not really great recording because we're really close. Right, let's get going. Sorry, that is rubbish recording because I'm so close to him. We're in. Right, we're off to the dog park. Give him a run round. It's going to be a very hot day today. It's going to be muggy as well. So we're in for a cloudy day like you've got now. I don't know if that comes out. Yeah, there you go. Cloudy like that, but it's going to reach 40 degrees centigrade, which is roughly 100 degrees Fahrenheit. so we don't need to do quite as much activity as we might otherwise. Anyway, right, I'll see you at the other end. So we're at the other end. We've just arrived at the dog park. I will come and get the dogs, as you can tell from Fern's noises. He's a little bit excited. Right. Put my keys in my pocket. Okay, I'll try and catch him as he comes out. Not that I think they're going to go anywhere silly. And again, it's the same rule as at home. You don't just get to bolt just because you feel like it when there's an open door. Okay, yeah, of course. So I don't have the leash properly in my hand. I've just grabbed it. The only one I really need properly is him. And now I have that. There is no one else here. We are going to have the whole park to ourselves. So I'm not rushing to get up there. But like I said earlier, it's not hot yet. It's 21 degrees now. It was raining on the way over here, just very light rain. Yeah, expecting to get real hot, and it's going to start ramping up at about 10 o'clock very, very quickly, according to my weather app. Oops, I just dropped Scout's leash. She knows where she's going. Yeah, it's weird. I'm surprised there's nobody here at all. Oh, the gate's even open. Whoops, okay, drop his leash. Okay, now I'll just wait for them to come to me and be ready to go in. And they can have a sniff around in here. There's lots of pee in here and other interesting things. While they're busy, they can unclip actually. Really gonna wait for them to come to me and ask. I don't care. Just leave the leashes here. Open the gate. They can go charging off. Alright, as there's no one else here, and I don't have the herding ball with me today because I'm a muppet and I forgot it, I had to take it out of my car because I needed the room. I was ferrying all four of us around the other day. I didn't put it in the boot because it just rolls around and makes horrendous thudding every time I go around a corner. So, as we're on our own, I'm not going to film them just interacting with the environment and sniffing. You all know what that looks like in a dog park. There's nothing odd going to occur or new, so we'll call it there, and I'll pick back up when we reload afterwards. Like I said, due to the weather, and I'm expecting it to get very hot today, don't need to exercise them enormously. That is a shortcut. You know, we'll take them for a walk after this, but it's going to be a short one. It'll literally be a 10-minute walk, unless they just don't want to be in the dog park because it's not very exciting. Yeah, it won't be the half an hour walk I did last time. When I said I was going to do a short walk, it will be a short walk, and we'll go home. Oh, they're going to start climbing around together. Oh my word, look how fast this guy is. It's just a joke. He really is quick. He really is fast. Let him go. Let him go. Alright, we'll keep the camera rolling for a sec if he's going to get some speed up. I'm very interested in seeing how quick he is. Very interested. Or if people arrive, we'll get filming. Other than that, no, he stopped to sniff. I'll film on the walk and then reloading. So we've got lots of people arrived. We've got 3 golden retrievers, a kelpie and a groodle over there, and we've got someone else arriving with a lab there. So it is time I would normally walk them. Not going to bother. They've just run around the dog park. They're having fun playing with the other dogs, so I'm going to interrupt that. We'll just let them go. Alright, I decided I'm going to film this because we've got the Leon burgers coming and they're massive. So we'll see how Fern Scout cope with 2 truly giant dogs. They're coming from down there. So we'll film this. Oh, it is both of them. So the Leon burgers called Theo and Rosie. Oh, Fern spotted them. The little dog's going off. The Scout's distracted by the ball. Everybody's barking. That's Fern. Proper welcoming committee. Great big nothing burger, which is ideal. Theo is huge. Oh, there you go. We'll zoom in a bit just to get a slightly better view. Yeah, just nothing to worry about. And they're both here. Hi. Morning. Hello, Tenchi. My dog here trying to give me the ball. Hello, Tenchi. Okay, leashes are on. We're at the park. You have to trust me. I did the usual technique. I just walked here with the leashes and both dogs followed me. There was no commands. I didn't need to call them. They literally just followed me. And that is exactly how it should be for all of us with all of our dogs. When it is time to leave the dog park or whatever else you're doing, the dogs should follow you. It's a very, very good indication of potentially two things if they don't. One, they are trying to tell you, I'm not actually ready to go yet, I'm not done. That's then up to you what you do with that information. Two, and this is usually what I see when I see this occurrence between owners and dogs, there's a relationship issue in there somewhere, and the dog doesn't follow the owner around. Right? The dog wouldn't actually care if the owner just left the park and went home. That's indicative of a much deeper problem, and one that is fundamentally relationship level. It's not a training problem or anything like that, it's relationship. So these two, I just picked the leashes up from the park bench and I just walked and they came and followed me. Generally speaking, my dogs individually, when they're one-on-one with me, will do the same. When they're both together, there's a little bit of pushback sometimes, generally from Rollo, not Tora. He's just saying, hey, I don't want to go home yet. And so I have a choice at that point to either wait and give him some more time, or say, no, that's not what we're doing, please come with me, or clip the leash on and we're going. Now, he's a big boy. If he really wanted to plant his feet, there's not a lot I could do about it. But that's the negotiation between friends. You negotiate with your best friend when you're out for dinner or in a pub or in a restaurant. Someone has to go and they ask you to stay for a bit longer. You can say yes or no, up to you. But it's a negotiation, and that's how it is with the dog. Or how it should be, I said. That's how I treat my dog. It is a negotiation. If he wants some more time and there's no reason not to give him some more time, I will do that. If there is a reason I can't do that, then I will make that point too. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get onto this. So this is a really, really important bit of the video. So I'm going to go back to the original audio and then I will grab some of this footage and I will replay it, because a really, really important thing happens at the end of Fern getting into the car, which obviously he eventually does. So I want you to just watch this and I want you to see if you pick up what it is, and then I'll jump back in, repeat footage and talk about what just happened. So yeah, time sharp. Here you go. He's thinking about things. Yeah, I know, Scout. See how we go. Oh, no, you didn't lick my speaker grill. Sorry, Scout, I don't want to overheat you, but I'm impressed up against you. Just looking at me like, oh. I think that's your fur down there. Oh, this cat's been licking my door. There's people coming. He's thinking about it. He's got paw on. He's gonna. Oh, they've gone down the street. That's all right. See, any excuse to not have to come in. Right, we've got about 10 seconds, and you're going to be out of time. Scout's getting hot behind me. It's warm in the car. I only got one door open, and Mister's just being. He nearly did it. He thought about it. He did think about it. If you can hear her behind me, I'll get a good view of her. No, I can't find her. She's just snuggled in behind me. She's right here. You can see she's panting heavy. Yeah, I know. It is warm in here. Alright, someone else is coming out. Alright, time for an executive decision. Come on, you making a choice? Am I doing it for you? Hi. Yeah, hello you. Well, face come out under my arm. Right, dude, you're not going to do it if other people are leaving the dog park, so I'm going to have to do it for you. There's another dog coming. Oh, look at that. Look at that, he did it. Awesome, so awesome. We love it. I got out, he went in. So what happened there, which left me all excited when you were listening to me as I got Fern loaded and got out of the car, was a false sense of excitement, and one that after I'd done this and driving home after I dropped the dogs off has left me actually quite disappointed, and is something I've been warning about in previous videos with this guy. When your patience runs out and you load your dog because he's not loading, in his case I have picked him up by the harness and shoved him in the car a couple of times, you're breaching their trust. You are undoing all the hard work you've done in waiting for him, like I'm doing here and like we did at home. And because I've gotten out and shoved him in twice here at this dog park, the moment I get out the car, watch him, and you'll see when I start to get out, he backs off, but then he realizes what's going on. And the reason he jumps in is because he knows I'm about to grab him by the harness and shove him in. And he's not comfortable with that concept. He doesn't want that to happen. So that's why his body language switches. He backs off, and then he goes, I know what this is. I'm about to get shoved in the car. I don't want to get shoved in the car. And so he jumps in. So watch him carefully here as I come out. So he's not bothered yet. I know he's backed out because I'm just in the way. That moment there, he realizes he's about to get shoved in. And so he gets in because he's worried about what I'm going to do. He's not gotten in because I've earned his trust about getting in a car and he's not comfortable getting in the car.
Back home.
That is exactly not what has happened. What has happened is the warning that I've breached his trust before, and he's effectively feeling punished into getting in the car. That's the very opposite of what I'm trying to achieve. Now, at the time I was excited because, oh yeah, Fern loaded, awesome, we've done it, we've got him over his fear. I got out and he got in. No, he's not over his fear.
No instruction from me.
What I've done is just introduce a bigger fear, and that's me picking him up by harness and shoving him in.
Great.
So that's a step backwards in terms of relationship, and maybe that in the best case scenario is a step forward in that he is going to be less nervous about loading. But I would rather he trusted me more, and that's something I've been trying to work on, and why I do what I do with all of this waiting for him to get in a car, or trying to show him by getting in myself that I'm not bothered and that it's a safe place to be. You undo that when you get out and your patience has run out. Hey, I'm just a guy. I have a limit. I've got things to do. I don't have all day to wait. 10 whole minutes of him just staring at me while I'm sat in the car is pretty testing.
Still waiting.
But you can see the result of that. When you abuse that trust and you decide, dog, this is happening whether you like it or not. I got out that car, he expressed in real terms what he thinks about my behaviour previously in that scenario. And it is, I didn't like it. Now, some people, and I suspect quite a lot of people actually, would not see anything wrong with that whatsoever. They said, well, you got out and the dog got in, that's perfect, that's great, you're off to the races, no issue. Potentially, but I actually disagree with that. So now I'm going to repeat the footage of getting home, because I just want you to be able to see the difference, see how calm they are. I don't think it was news to you. Dogs going out for a walk, they're usually calm afterwards. And just again, to finish off talking about that point, because this is the foundation stone for everything to do with how I work with dogs. Trust is everything. And if you don't have the trust of the dog, problems will creep in somewhere. And distrust will creep in when you're under pressure. So you'll get in a situation which is difficult, and anywhere, anything, don't know what, don't know when, but because Fern has now told me he considers what I did to him by shoving him in the car a breach of his trust, and he is not going to trust me fully, I need to be wary of that. It means that when the pressure is on and he's feeling like this is a difficult thing and he doesn't want to be in this situation, he would rather leave, or he's not going to start a fight. That's not who Fern is. He's one that would avoid a situation. And he gets himself in that scenario. He's now not going to be primarily looking to me to be the savior of that situation. He's going to be thinking inside his own head, how does he get out of this? How does he manage that? That's not what we want. I want Fern to completely trust me in any of those situations, in any of those scenarios. That's why it is so absolutely vital, and those silly little moments like that when you just got to shove the dog in and go. Understand what it does to the relationship, and it is harmful to it. And I'm not exaggerating that. It's genuinely harmful. Fern has shown me he doesn't like it, he didn't like it, and he doesn't want it done to him again. Okay, I understand that. So now that we'll go back to the freeze screen, sorry. So now the onus is on me to not breach that trust again, and to re-earn as much of it as I can until he does fully trust me. As, I just cannot express enough how much of an eye-opening, tiny little moment that is. And it's not just for him, it's for all dogs. It's how we should be with all our dogs. Understand what it means to them when we breach their trust, and where else that might bubble out in the future, because it will. That is guaranteed. That is how dogs work. They don't trust you a bit here and a bit there. They either do or they don't, and when you put enough pressure on, the real trust will show, and you'll see what you've really got. And that was what I just did. I put pressure on him, bang, he gets in the car, because he doesn't want to be manhandled by me. He's not trusting me properly. So I know it's a bit of a rant I've been on, a bit of a preachy rant, but I really mean it, and I stand by that. It is important to understand that. It is the foundation stone for building everything you have with your dog. I don't have any of those issues with Scout because she trusts me, but she's not nervous like Fern is. She never has been. And so you have to approach the nervous dog slightly differently. You have to give them that extra space and that extra time. Anyway, I hope that was useful to you. That is the end of the video. Enjoy. Thank you.